Hi, and welcome to the channel. Today I am painting an observer from Trench Crusade. Trench Crusade features some truly unique and visually striking miniatures that inspire me to experiment with new painting techniques. So I'll continue exploring this range and create Trench Crusade videos alongside my Warhammer content. I hope you will enjoy. With the model primed black, I begin dry brushing the cape with Vallejo Grey-Green as the mid-tone color. I aim to stay true to the original concept art by using a muted, desaturated color palette. For the first highlight, I use Vallejo Green-Grey, applying it with lighter pressure and focusing on the high points, while blending it into the previous layer. Finally, I reach for Vallejo Deck Tan to dry brush the final highlights, concentrating on the highest points of the cape's folds for added contrast and depth. I base coat the whole armor with dark bronze from Pro Acryl. This might just be the best bronze paint ever. It got a nice tone and great coverage. With grey-green, I highlight the visible cloth between the armor plates. Highlight further with green-grey, and finally some deck tan. The chainmail shoulder emblem, spear and antenna gets a coat of lead belcher from Citadel. With dark crimson, I paint the emblem on the shoulder. At least 2 coats is needed for nice coverage. The spear handle gets a coat of dryad bark from Citadel. To give the model some depth and contrast, I shade all but the cape and cloth with black wash from Pro Acryl. Once it's dry, I dry brush the bronze with copper from Pro Acryl. With silver from Pro Acryl, I do a light dry brush on the bronze armor, and then also on the chainmail, shoulder emblem, antenna and spear tip. I use deck tan to highlight the cape a bit more, painting the edges and also the high points of the folds. The Observer has a lot of eye lenses. I found 7, which we now coat in black from Vallejo. I reach for Baneblade Brown from Citadel to highlight the spear handle. With gloss varnish from Vallejo, I coat the eye lenses to make them shine. I think this is a nice effect in some cases, and it fits very well here. When looking at the concept art, the lower part is really dirty and weathered. So here I use Goon's Grime from Villainy Inc. to add that look to the model. I use a cotton swab to clean up and fade the Goon's Grime on the cape and chainmail. If you want to remove more of the paint, use some white spirits on the cotton swab. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. It would really make my day. I apply Dirty Down verdigris on the bronze armor, where I think it naturally would appear. I try to not overdo it, as I don't want the model to look all too busy. I use Warpaint Fanatics Grim Rust Effect Paint to add weathering to the bottom of the antenna, the spear tip, shoulder emblem, and around the chainmail. Need some studio gear or hobby tools? I've included links to the products I use in the description below. If you make a purchase through those links, I get a small kickback at no extra cost to you. It's a fantastic way to support the channel. I blend dark rust into the grim rust in areas where rust would naturally accumulate and have remained undisturbed for some time. To finish it off, I take some fresh rust and apply it sparingly, blending it into the grim rust. With natural grey from Vallejo, I paint a half circle on the bottom part of each lens. The upper part of each lens gets a white dot. I stipple on some dry blood effect paint from War Paint Fanatics. A tip is to use an old brush for this. I switch over to True Blood and add some more blood effects. It's time to work on the base. I start by applying thick mud from Vallejo to the whole base. Place some stones into the mud before it cures. I give the mud some color by dry brushing on some Doom Bull brown from Citadel. With Scrag Brown, I give it some highlights. I reach for Stone Grey from Vallejo to highlight the stones. With Ulthuan Grey, I highlight the stones a bit more. decided to use some washes on the stones, and also some on the mud. I went for Strong Tone and Voodoo Shade from Warpaint Fanatics. As a final touch on the base, I use Dirty Down Moss and apply it on parts of the stones and the mud. That's it. Hope you all liked the final result. Once the rim has dried, this observer is bound for the trenches. Feel free to leave a comment with any questions. And don't forget to like and subscribe.